Okay, let's talk about our douchebag governor, Gavin Newsom. Alrighty, you guys remember earlier this week the whole Silicon Valley bank collapse, which is still ongoing with the other banks. I think it's Swiss Bank was the most recent one to fall over there in Europe, and that's not a little one. But the big thing with Silicon Valley Bank, if you guys remember, was that most of the depositors, I believe it was 92 or 93% of the depositors had more than $250,000, more than the FDIC insurance cap. So naturally, everybody started scrambling, trying to figure out if the Fed was going to cover it, because obviously those are accounts that should just disappear. And that's what the whole debate was about. Well, Gavin Newsom, he starts. We gotta take care of him. Got to take care of the depositors. Got to make everybody. He starts championing a bailout for this bank from the White House, and sure enough, article comes out. I think it came out yesterday from a gentleman named Ken Klippenstein. I just started following him. I'd never heard of him. He's over there at the Intercept, which I have beef with because they're Glenn Greenwald stuff, but that's neither here nor there. This Ken Klippenstein fellow did an excellent article. And, well, so he just says, he's got substantial personal ties. The reports link Newsom to the bank through personal accounts, 3 wineries, and his wife's charity. So the 3 wineries are Cada, C-A-D-A, Odette, and Plumpjack, which is like Plumpjack, from my understanding, is like an overall company that has a bunch of little alcohol subsidiaries. Yeah, Gavin Newsom's basically an alcohol dealer. That's our governor. Tell me where I'm wrong there. So these are all listed on Silicon Valley Bank's website as their depositors. So I have a blind trust. That's also the game Trump tried to play. He handed over a blind trust to his sister to take care of all his companies. And I'm sure he knew nothing about the fact that these wineries had accounts at Silicon Valley Bank. And this gentleman, Ken Klippenstein, is also reporting that Gavin Newsom may have had personal accounts there. I don't know. It's not confirmed. What else we got here? One of the people that was reporting that handled accounts for Silicon Valley Bank that was saying, that Gavin Newsom may have had accounts there. He might have, I don't know. He could have had an axe to grind. So I'm going to take that with a grain of salt. But Plumpjack, Cada, Odette, and then his wife's charity. But then in addition to his wife's charity, Silicon Valley Bank donated $100,000 to this charity. What's the name of the charity? I don't even remember the name of the charity. It doesn't matter. But they donated $100,000 to it. And that was at the request of Gavin Newsom. And it turns out that, well, here, I'll just read the paragraph from the article. Newsom also didn't mention that his wife, Jen Stiller's professional ties to the bank. In 2021, Silicon Valley Bank gave $100,000 to the charity founded by Siebel, the California Partners Project. At the request of Newsom, John China, president of Silicon Valley Bank Capital and responsible for Silicon Valley Bank's fund management, is himself a founding member of California Partners Project Board of Directors. So it's just how all this crap works around here. All these giant tech executives, people that are in charge of all these big banks, the politicians, it's all one big club and you ain't in it. And I've lived here my whole life. And I mean, it might be because I didn't know what was going on back when I was a kid, but from everything I can tell, California back in like 1996, that was like peak civilization. And ever since Gavin Newsom's come along, this entire state has gone to hell, and it started with San Francisco. It's been nothing but lies and price increases and tax gouging ever since he's gotten here, and nothing's gotten done. this high-speed rail to nowhere. I mean, I'd actually like to see it get done at this point with how much money we've dumped into it. And it's just, it's sad at this point, because you sort of, as a Californian, have to come to the grips with, you've been robbed of everything you love about your state. And what are you paying for? I mean, really, what do your tax dollars go to other than Gavin Newsom's slush funds? I mean, look at our water reservoirs. They better all be full. Oh, can't keep them full because, seismic reasons. It's like, how much money have we put into our water infrastructure? Didn't we pass a giant bill with billions of dollars to put that into our water infrastructure? Where's that at? Like, I don't hear any updates from Gavin Newsom about projects getting done and progress that we're making at actual infrastructure, improving the state. All I hear him talking about is governors from other states and trying to trash things that they're doing that are actually successful policies. I mean, the guy's a joke. Look at San Francisco. It's not just Gavin Newsom. It's Gavin Newsom, Nancy Pelosi, Dianne Feinstein, Kamala Harris, just all of them. All of them are Californians. They're all big California policymakers. And they've all been elevated to way higher status than they should have ever been brought to. They're the most corrupt of the most corrupt. And for some reasons, the people that call themselves the most liberal and accepting, and they want to champion love for everybody, they're the ones that champion the most corrupt people. I don't know. I don't get it. This whole orange man bad thing broke people, especially people around here in California. They can't make rational decisions anymore because I can't vote for a Republican. It's like, well, yeah, Republicans are shitbags too. But at a certain point, you have to ask yourselves, all right, do we need to reverse course? Not just make some slight alterations to the direction we're going. We need to make an about face. California is just on the wrong track. It's not even on a track anymore. There are no tracks. Well, that's about it. Gavin Newsom's a corrupt politician that championed a bailout from the Fed for Silicon Valley Bank, which apparently, according to Ken Kipling, his wineries, his wife's fund, and possibly personal accounts all exist there. Probably over $250,000. In my opinion, if you put more than $250,000 into an account and that bank goes bust, you should lose all that money. I'm a dumb AV tech, and I know I don't have $250,000, but if I did, I wouldn't be putting it all in one account. Are you stupid? Like, what's wrong with you, really? Why would you do that? Why? I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that you rich people know about money that I don't, but I can't wrap my brain around why you would possibly put more than $250 into a single, just like a checking account? I mean, I don't know. It obviously wasn't. So then you got to ask, okay, who are we really bailing out here? Are we bailing out? Oh, okay. These aren't just little startups, are they? These aren't mom and pop shops. A little startup, a tech startup in Silicon Valley with massive runway and backing from other big tech giants. These aren't blue collar workers, going and getting money out of the ATM, living paycheck to paycheck. So anyway, that's a whole different topic, but Gavin Newsom's a douchebag and corrupt, but you guys keep voting for him. Yeah, well, I blame all of you for this. Okay, love you, except for those of you who voted for Gavin Newsom. No, I still love you too. I do. I genuinely do. But can you stop? Can you just stop? Please, just stop. All right. Okay, that's it. Love you. Bye.